Hi, I'm Hermes. I drive Skittles, Fox Body, and this is our street.
Cool. So, give us a little bit of a background on yourself. Where you grew up and where you're from.
I'm from Cuba. I came here when I was 11 years old with most of my family. I grew up pretty much here all my life. I used to race bicycle with my friends, Hot Wheels. I just like racing and all this stuff since I was a kid, and I was always really competitive. So it's one of those things that it just grew up in my blood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird because none of my family members like care about none of
into
this
racing.
stuff or not into racing. It's just like grew into me, and it's something that me and my other friends were like to a lot. So that's how we just grew up, and that's what we did it.
Yeah. So you lived in Vegas. This is where you.
Yeah,
Came
I
straight
just
from
came
Vegas,
here
from Cuba?
straight to from Vegas straight to from Cuba straight to Vegas, and this is where I live all my life pretty much.
So what was the first car you had that you started working on and getting towards?
Oh, man,
racing?
My
I
first
know you
car,
had a few.
yeah, I was into Hondas when I was younger. I mean, it's cheaper stuff, and my first car was a '95 Honda Civic, and I bought the roller from a friend I had, and I just bought like the block, like a Type R block, and some hat, like a hat, and I built it together in my backyard, and I put nitrous on it, and that was my first car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought a Acura RSX Type S. That was like my daily driver after that, and I was
Did you
a bunch of little Hondas.
Yeah.
In the beginning. That's what I had when I was a teenager. That's when I was like 15 years old.
Okay.
That's when I started racing, yeah. Because I got a job working at a Cuban restaurant, and I was like saving a lot of money, saving money, and that's why I started buying shit.
Yeah. Did you street race the Civic a bunch?
Oh hell yeah! I mean that's how I started. I started with my cousin, the one that always like with me, helping me and shit. He's a little older than me, so he had like an Eclipse, and he would pick me up and take me to the street races and shit. And
Yeah.
when I was like 14, before I started like racing, 13, 14, that's how I started.
So what made the switch from being into Hondas and then working yourself up to different rear-wheel drive cars and things?
Well, after the Hondas, I got tired of the Hondas quick. Then I got a Trans Am, and one of my boys back then, he put like bolt-ons in it, stuff like that. It was a '99 Trans Am, and MS3 cam key, regular shit, and nitrous, and I had that for a couple of years, I think, and then I saw this Evo, and I just fell in love with it, and I went and I bought it, and I just started building that, and I was with that for a lot of years.
An Evo?
Yeah, Evo, yeah, and it was I learned a lot from there, and me and my friends, I pretty much made all my friends buy Evos too. We all bought Evos, so we probably had like 10 Evos literally in my team. Yeah, like all of us, we had Evos.
Well,
And we just got tired of it at the end too, because we just like, it's really limited when you try to go, fast. And we used to kick ass back then. We used to be really fast. I mean,
yeah.
What was like? How fast was it?
I mean, on the street, I would say back then, I was like 10 years ago. So on the street, we were going like 6.0, like low sixes, you know what I mean, on the 8th. But in the quarter mile, we were going like low 9s. Mostly we race a lot of quarter mile, and most like some B8s were racing like 1,000 feet or 8 mile. Rarely 8 mile back then. Mostly it was like 1,000 mile, because cars weren't that much faster back then. You know what I mean? So
Times changed a bunch.
yeah, times changed a lot.
What
now.
Evo was it? Evo 10?
No, Evo 10 came out later. No, way later than that. Yeah. Well, Evo 10s are garbage. They never really. You have to be a millionaire like fucking ETS to really make an Evo 10 go fast. To be honest,
Yeah.
First was Evo 8 and Evo 9s. Just Evo 8 and Evo 9. I mean, one of them, the first one we had fast, it went to New Mexico, I think. The whole Kivo, and it was a black one.
Yeah. It's the
Oh,
one Brian has.
Yeah.
But
One
you
who?
sold it to Utah or you bought it from Utah?
No, we had that car. We the one to build that car
And you
from
sold
scratch.
it to Utah,
It was
no?
fast, yeah. And we sold it. We traded Matt, the one that had it in Utah, for a DSM, for the orange DSM that we had here.
okay.
Yeah. Plus, he gave us money, another DSM, and that DSM, like 2 DSMs and like
And money.
money on top.
And then Brian bought it from the Utah guy.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Brian bought
It ended up in New Mexico.
Yeah.
That car ended up in
Yeah.
New Mexico. Yeah.
It's in Denver now.
I think it's like some rich guy bought it in there or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
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 This guy knows him.
Yeah, I didn't message you once. He was
Yeah.
in the garage. He had like a Lamborghini and some shit too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
remember
that's
that.
his cousin's car.
Oh, it's his cousin. Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah. But it was yeah, that car is the one that was fast. That car and my car.
How much power did it make?
That one made 900 horsepower here on a Mustang dyno. It had a 64, 66. And then my car had a 6870 with a PPG dog box. So,
Damn. So
Yeah.
pretty legit builds, especially.
oh yeah. I mean, we have fully built motors and good ass fucking cars. I mean, it was fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that black one, at some point, it was like within the top 5 fastest Evo in the world.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Oh.
found the limits of those quick.
Yeah, we found the limits on those, and I mean, it's just like they break a lot too. So
Yeah.
when you're trying to go really fast, like if you're trying to compete with this car with a car like that, you need at least like 1,400 horsepower, which is from what I'm pushing on the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now. So imagine a 4-cylinder, 1,400 horsepower. It ain't gonna last long.
That's a lot of
It's a lot of- yeah.
cylinder.
Yeah, I mean, most of the Evos that are going fast, they're just like world record Evos. They're not really competing Evos. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you go, oh, let me go race somebody. Let me go race in this event to win the event. You know, they go to that event to, oh, let me go
Just to set
beat
a
the time, to beat
Yeah.
their time. Yeah, pretty much, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's not, it wasn't worth it for me because I'm competitive, so I like racing as much as I could, you know? So
what did you move on
and
to?
shit was expensive. After the Evos, I bought, I lay low for a little bit because it was like a money pit. That shit was expensive like a
Yeah.
motherfucker. So it's like, you know what, I'm gonna sell all this shit, whatever I have, and I'm gonna invest in something that's gonna give me money back. And then when I know I'm set and I'm ready making good money, then I'll start, get something else. So I think I lay low for a few years. And then I decided when I have like a lot of extra money, then I bought my CTSV. I went, oh, I'm gonna go buy a CTSV. I want something like a nice daily driver that I can build and go fast.
Yeah.
Because I saw my boy Munch, my taxi, he had a black one, and he was always racing and racing and racing, and that motherfucker would never break. So I was like, hey, I want something like that, you know what I mean? I'm over the fucking breaking shit with the Evils and working on it the whole time. So I want something that I can race and have fun with it constantly, and not break it all the time. So I went and bought that in Denver, that CTSV, and I drove it over here.
That silver one.
Yeah,
outside?
01, yeah. I bought it in Denver and I drove it over here, and then before I picked up the Evo, I already ordered like $10,000 in parts. I mean, before I picked up the CTSV, like 10 grand in parts, like drag pack and bolt-ons, a bunch of shit for the car.
Did you
So-
buy it stock?
Huh?
Was it
Yeah,
stock when you
yeah,
bought it?
yeah. So I put,
Fast too. I seen that.
yeah, so I put a bunch of bolt-ons in it, and it was fast. I mean, it's fast. Still, it's fast right now. It's 5-second. It's a 5-second car,
Damn.
street car. Yeah, it's pretty quick. A Con 2650. I mean, I went from stock bolt-ons and shit to it has a 416 now, built fully forced with a Con 2650, 85, okay, everything.
Yeah.
That's
You raced
everything.
that car for a while too, huh?
Yeah, I was racing it for a while because there was more competitive cars. So I try to race them more with like the modern cars.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not trying to race something like this with that car. You know what I mean? So when it was bolt-ons, there was more competition because more people were within the same range. You know what I mean? Yeah. And right now it's like way too fast for most modern cars. You know, so. I'm not gonna go race a GTR either, even though it's modern, or a fucking RA with 2,000 horsepower, which is rare. Like the only one that really races those cars around here, close to me, is like Dennis from SoCal, that has like a real fast one. I know there's some fast GTRs in your area too, right?
They're in Denver
In
now.
Denver, yeah.
Oh, they're in Denver now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so those guys are cousins with Brian, the one that
Oh, are
owns
they?
the Evo
Okay.
now.
Yeah. But yeah, and then after I made it really fast, there's rarely anybody like to race with. So I just like cruise it around sometimes, and I mean, I'm sure you guys see my post looking for a race for it.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
all the time.
And
Drive all the way to Cali too, though.
yeah, yeah.
What kind of powers the V make?
I haven't really dyno tuned it. Last time I dyno tuned it with the smaller motor, it made 1200. So, and that was with 376. Right now it has a 416, a bigger motor. So, but I didn't. This is like street tune,
Yeah.
pretty much. So, which you don't really need a dyno, as long as you know make some pulls and their fuel and shit is good.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them like no prep guys, they don't really tune their shit either. Like
Yeah,
on the
that's what
dyno,
I
it's just
noticed
like.
a lot.
Like this shit is never. I mean, I put it on the dyno for fucks,
Yeah,
for nothing,
just to
no
see
point.
what it'll
Yeah,
do,
he didn't even do
yeah.
shit. To be honest, I mean, it's pointless. After I done a lot of shit to it, I don't really put it on the dyno.
Yeah,
I
that's
just.
what I've seen over time. I'll ask people how much
Yeah,
it makes, and they
it's-
say it's never even
Yeah, it's
I
really
just
not.
make pulls and tune it off of that.
Yeah, honestly, it's not really like. I don't see it necessary unless. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after the V, did you go directly to this Fox body or no?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah, I bought the B. I built it, did a bunch of shit to it, and then I started getting more interest in like no prep racing because I got the B built like for no prep too. Like that car will hook like on a virgin road. Not a lot of cars can do that. Like so I just set it up for no prep racing. And after when I bought that car, I never even went to a track ever. Like I haven't been to a track since a draggy came out. Never again. I never. Yeah, never. I mean, I went to the back of the track in Phoenix, but it's not the same thing. I mean, that's like street stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I never went to a track again. I mean, the only reason I really went to the track when I had the Evo was for to see my time and to compete too. I actually won 2 track events with the Evo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So
won
you
2.
won a little bit, I
Yeah, I won two track events with the Evo and 2 street events with the Evo. Yeah. Now you don't see a lot of Evos winning, like events and shit like that. Most of the time it's breaking. I mean, I can't even believe it to this day, to be honest. Like it's rare. It's rare. Like they're always breaking. And it's like I don't know, but yeah.
So when did you pick this car up?
About a year ago. So we are in January. A little over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you bought it, where did you say it?
Louisiana, New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Damn, you're down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was far drive.
That's crazy.
How far is that from here? How far would we drive?
I don't know, 48 hours, something like that.
Damn.
It's far as
You
fuck.
found it on Turbo Bullet and
Yeah, I made a post. I was looking for a no prep car, and this is the one that caught my eyes, like for what I wanted. You know what I mean? Because I want a no prep race. I don't care about the track or anything like that. So this is the one that I kind of like. There was a lot of nicer ones, way more expensive, but I had like a budget,
yeah.
so that I didn't want to spend more than that. So I just decided that this one was the best for what I wanted.
Is the setup still pretty similar from when you bought it, or have you changed a few things?
Yeah, it's similar. I mean, I had a lot of problems in the beginning because I didn't know shit. I was like kind of like green with this no prep LS stuff like that. Even though I had the EV, but even the B is like it's really different. It's like there's
the
like
V
some
on-
stuff that similar, but it's different.
Is the V on a stock computer?
It's stock ECU, yeah.
And
Stock
I'm assuming
ECU.
this is on
This is a Harley Dominator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big change from. Power
Yeah,
managing it.
it's like I didn't know shit. I was asking Billy C like a lot of questions. He was helping me a lot. Carlos Iglesias from NorCal, Kenny Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kenny Johnson. He was helping me a lot too. And my tuner Frank. I was asking like everybody, what do you think of this, that? Yeah.
And I saw you started testing a lot and kind of got into the rhythm of things, and you figured the car out quite a bit.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was lost. I mean, I didn't know fucking shit. I fucked up a lot. In the beginning, I fucked up the motor. I was like over revving it because Billy told me, hey, take your red limiter off. So you don't fuck up the motor. And I was like, that's crazy. But what? I'm going to do it. Fuck it. Little did I know that it was going to affect me. Because I was a fucking newbie. And I was over revving the car They had another shifter that they had on before that I changed it, that it shift alone, but it wasn't shifting. So I don't know, I was weird. I wasn't shifting. I was used to the Cadillac shifting by itself, and the shifter is supposed to shift by itself. So I'm like making a pass and waiting for the market to shift when it shift. So instead of shifting it, I'm like, and then I would hear it like 9,000 RPM. Like, oh fuck! And then it shifted. So the bearings in that motor were like really tight. Really tight, you know. And when you have bearings like that, you do all the RPM, you can knock a bearing, hit the bearing quick with the crank, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. I fucking knocked a bearing like within a few passes. I knocked the fucking bearings because I was doing that shit. And I mean, I rebuilt the whole motor. I bought a new crank because the crank was trash, and I cleaned it all up. And here in the trailer, I took it all out, put it back in, all back together myself right here. You know, slap it back together. And after that, everything's good. I went to test the transmission. So me took a shit. I don't know why. It just took a minute. I don't think it was worn out. Maybe I did something. I think I did something wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but I don't think I'm blaming myself because I beat the fuck out of this transmission right now, and it's good. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It took a shit. It wasn't like most of the shit is pretty cheap. That's what I like about this stuff, you know. And I mean the crank was $700 and some bearings, I don't know, $300, whatever. And you know it was less than $1,000 to be honest to get it back to running when the motor took a shit. In the transmission, some clutches. That's it. I think it just needed some clutches, and I bought some clutches, and it was cheap. And that, I think that was pretty much it.
Did
you
disassemble the trans yourself too?
Yeah, I did. I put it apart. The power glides are pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, pretty easy.
They're pretty simple.
Yeah, they're pretty simple. I know how to do it, but I don't do it because I have other guys that, like a couple other guys that are really good with power glides, and they offer me to do it for me for free. I was like, okay, whatever, you know, you guys have the experience. But they done it in front of me, and they teach me, this is how you do it, you know what I mean? So if I'm ever like far away from here and I need to do it, I know how to do it myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they're always like, every time I have a problem with it, they always offer me to do it. You know, they don't charge me, and they do it quick, you know? Yeah, the transmission, I had trouble with the transmission. I fixed it up, and what else? I had trouble with the rear end broke too. I changed the gears. I did it all myself here in the trailer too. I learned how to do that too. This is my first time, and I did it myself. No, it's an 8.8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 8.8. Yeah, it wasn't that hard to be honest. Like, if I was to do it again, like I would do it pretty quick. Yeah. The first time was like time consuming because I didn't know. I was like looking at a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah, you're just learning the first time.
Yeah, learning the first time, and you know, I had to go buy the tools, the right tools, like some digital gauge, whatever shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta buy the set to jam the.
Yeah, I have it down there.
The
like
races in, to put the races in, and then the shims and all that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, they're perfect. I made shit out of pass after that, so
yeah,
I did it right.
So you've updated some things on the car.
Oh yeah, I changed a bunch of shit. I mean, recently the ARC panel took a shit too. Damn. I had to change that, and I mean, I changed all. I mean, I struggle with this car. While I'm learning, you know, because I'm learning little by little. I mean, a little bit after I did the motor and all that shit, I think we switched like the boost controller plugs. I think we did it backward. So we went to do like a launch or some shit like that, and I think it throws all the boost, and that's the first time we blew the intake manifold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was like over boosted, like as soon as I let out the trans brake, it didn't go to what we told it to do, you know what I mean? Like, it just went like to 50-something pounds, and he blew the furnace manifold. Yeah, blew it, and then I fixed the intake manifold, put it back together, and I was like, I think we fixed the problem, and we did some other shit, but we didn't fix the problem. So I went back here, and I went to launch it too, and it blew the complete head and everything. You guys didn't see that? Didn't I show you guys that?
It lifted the head or what?
No, it destroyed the head, cracked it in pieces.
Yeah.
You guys saw that? Like, it broke the head in pieces. Like I don't think anybody had ever seen that, because I show a lot of people like, we never seen this before. Literally blew the head, a dark head. It was a dark head. It blew it in pieces. I'll show you guys a picture of it. It's fucking insane. It was fucking insane. Like this head right here. And luckily, nothing happened to the block.
Yeah.
The block was intact. It's unbelievable.
That's insane.
And I bought another dart head and I put it back on, and it was good after that. And then I think we discovered that the plugs were backward,
Oh,
so we
okay.
fixed that problem. And then we were racing after that normal, and then one day, and then I put nitrous on it because I wanted to make it spool up faster and that shit, because it wasn't spooling up. But little do we know that the motor was like low on compression too, because it was the kind of warp, the block.
Oh.
We didn't know. So it was hella losing like compression. I think it was really low on compression. So we're trying to spool up the turbo with nitrous, you know. So it worked for a little bit. The car was running good for a little bit like that. And then I think we went to Parum to test or something like that. And we were messing with the nitrous because the ground wasn't working. So we were messing with it, and it was like throwing nitrous to the intake a little bit. And when I went to turn on the car, there was nitrous in the intake. I didn't know I was supposed to like leave the throttle open before I turn it on, because I was using nitrous since the Honda days. I used a lot of nitrous, and I did that shit all the time. Like I just hit nitrous with the intake closed or whatever, and I will turn it on, nothing will happen, you know.
Yeah.
But the motherfucker with methanol, some other story. That shit, I turned that motherfucker on, he backfired, you blew the intake off again. and there's a big ass, you guys see this big ass fucking dent right here? That's the intake failed in there.
Oh,
Like, yeah, he fucking went. It was funny because that motherfucker blew. I was like, oh shit. And I opened the door, and when I opened the door, that was a thing. I was like, oh shit. Bro, that shit was funny as fuck. Cause, like, it took a minute, like, to come down. That's how high the motherfucker went in the air. It was like, woo. I was like, I opened the door, thing. Oh shit. You're thinking didn't hit the fucking,
Window?
the window. You guys see this last Shakawala, how he blew it too? That shit motherfucker was high too.
I didn't see the
You
video.
can see the video. Oh man,
You can send it to us.
yeah.
that shit was like, I don't know, like high, like 3 stories high.
Damn.
Yeah, I had as fuck. And the girl that was racing me, Sterling, I think it was her name, for Stephanie Sterling, I think something like the blue Mustang, the nitrous Mustang from Outlaw.
Oh, the blue one?
Yeah, the blue one, the
Yeah.
nice Fox body. Yeah.
Not that racy, right?
She saw it. She said she saw it because she was way behind, and she saw it. She was like, "Oh shit!" trying to cover herself, like it was gonna hit her or something. She saw it. Whoa! Like it went like over her, pretty much. Like not over her, but like it was like in front of her. You know what I mean? She saw it flying. Like I was on the left lane, and that shit ended up all the way on the dirt.
Yeah.
You see Shakawala, how wide Shakawala is.
Yeah.
You ended up all the way out there. This was crazy. But yeah, I was like this time, like it's been a while since I blew on that shit, the intake manifold, like a long time. And this time it happened because it hit the limiter on the bumps in the back of Shakawala. Yeah, that's another thing. That's why I don't need limiter for shit like that. Because he can fuck my shit up, you know what I mean?
Okay.
If
So
I had it
that's why
raised,
Billy had told you
yeah,
to turn it
that's
off.
why. Because of shit like that, because maybe if the intake manifold didn't break, it could have bent the rod or fuck up something else. Because that's how Chase told me, like you're not gonna fuck up the intake manifold, but you might you sacrifice something else. You might fuck up the turbo, or you might fuck out, your motor.
Yeah.
So in reality, it's probably better when the intake manifold blue than something else,
Yeah.
because that's a cheaper part.
Fix, yeah.
Cheaper fix than having to fix a $5,000 FIS turbo or expensive.
Yeah.
you know.
So now you just welded the intake shut.
Yeah, it's a welder, and hopefully now the burst plate works. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's for.
You've had the burst plate on.
I had it before when it happened in Pahrump. I had the burst plate. That's when I had it, and then I didn't
Where it just broke around it.
blow around it. Yeah, blew it up. So, and then I asked my tuner why. What the fuck is the burst plate supposed to be? And then he told me that they pretty much do it. They put that there for like some class rules and shit like that.
Oh.
That you need like a burst plate, but in reality it doesn't work. It's just like for looks. It's just for looks,
Yeah.
Like it really works like on real Intamano for like the Billy ones and good ones that are welded.
Yeah,
you know,
that are
like
all- or
like
one
good
piece.
shit. Yeah, like not nice into manofos, you know, not like not this piece of shit Chinese, this Chinese cheap stuff, you know. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, it's their hustle
Yeah,
and it works for a lot of people, you know what I mean? I mean, if I didn't have problems like that, and they blow all the time on a lot of people's.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, the whole into manifold, they blow a lot on a lot of people's
Yeah,
car.
I've seen a bunch of posts of them
Yeah.
just crack straight down the middle.
Yeah,
or whatever.
it happens, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to be cheap, you gotta, it says like that happens, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So what turbo's on the car?
It's a FIS 98 millimeter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's easy to pop those fuckers on.
Mm-hmm.
Manifolds.
Yeah, I'd rather pop that than fucking the turbo too.
So what's your favorite spot to race?
My favorite spot to race? I mean, out here in Vegas.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it here.
You guys have a nice spot.
Yeah.
It's fast too.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
That's the only spot you guys really race on, right?
Yeah, out here, yeah.
Different one.
We used to have the freeway spot, but they not repave it. I think like, I think they repaved it. Not paving. That's like chip seal.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like chip seal, so they resealed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put all that shit new, and now it's kind of weird.
And then
It's
back
sketchy.
in
I
the-
went like after they resealed it, like I went literally like 3 days later to test on it. Because I wanted, like, it was slippery like a motherfucker. I still went somewhat quick. I know have never done like Virgin Road. I was just testing out the plan. And I went like pretty quick. I mean, I made like 3 test passes and I was able to go like 6.2 or some shit like that.
Yeah. You think
Which
that's
is
why-
not that bad for like a really bad road,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Because it's bad. It was literally like oily, literally.
Yeah.
It was
still,
fresh,
too.
yeah, yeah. And it was kind of nervous because right now on the middle, just like a little bump like that to the other lane. So it's like, so when I was like when I was touch that shit, it felt weird as fuck. Yeah, so I never went back in there. I just wanted to get some like testing on
Just try it out.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, that probably helped you though, because I see you do pretty good at the on those rough surfaces, like at the get down.
Yeah, I mean, after that, it helped me like to put a good tune-up in it, because I got an idea, because I record everything. You guys, you can see my videos where I put it on my, right here, like my GoPro. I put it there and I see my cluster. So I save all that stuff, like my favorite stuff. So I know where I raced at and where what kind of tune-up, how it looks. So I got the car down right before the get down. Not the get down, the back of the track in Phoenix. I did pretty good on that too. That was my first,
Shutdown.
the shutdown. Yeah, that was my first like shitty surface race with this car. And I did pretty good, and I went on the radio too. And I was going pretty
On a
quick.
radio out there?
On the radio, yeah.
Damn.
And I was going fast on the
Is that
radio.
just what you had, or you just wanted to try it?
I didn't have time to change it. I don't even think I had a. No, I didn't have a. I did have a slick, but I just wanted a. I didn't have time. It was like last minute shit. I literally got there like, I don't know, a few minutes before driver's meeting and shit. Yeah, by myself. I got it by myself. My cousin came like an hour later, right when he needed somebody to light me up and shit like the helmet. Yeah, I got there and started getting everything ready by myself. Yeah, I didn't have time to put the slicks on it. But I had a feeling it was good because I tested on the slick. I made 1 test pass. I just, like, from that test pass I did, like, months and months before, I kind of, like, did the same tune-up, put the same tune-up on the car, and did, like a 1 test pass with the radios, like, on a Virgin Road, and it was perfect. It went pretty quick, unbelievably, you know what I mean? It went quick. So we just put it on the trailer and drove over there, yeah, drove to Phoenix, and it was good. I mean, first round, I raced this guy with a new edge from, I think it's from Phoenix too. Donnie, I think his name, Donnie. He's a pretty cool guy. I talked to him. He has a 5.3 LS too on a red new edge. It looks kind of like ours, pretty similar to ours. And his car runs good too.
At the get down?
Yeah, no. That's ours.
Oh, okay.
That's ours. But I beat him first. He's from Tucson, I think, that guy.
Oh.
I beat him first round. Then second round, was it my crank sensor, I think, gave me shit. Was it my crank sensor or maybe my panel, my ARC panel? Thinking about it now, I think it was my ARC panel that was giving me shit. Yeah, so as soon as I let off the trans brake, the car shut off. Shut off completely. I was racing on a little truck from Phoenix that it has nothing for my car. I was gonna gap him, and he just drove away. I felt like I could have turned on the car and drive around. To be honest,
Kind of like when you raced us.
the same thing happened with you guys, bro. But the thing that happened with you guys, like I'm still learning as I go. So my dumbass put a 24 relector crank sensor in the car instead of a 58. I didn't know the difference.
Yeah.
I ordered a crank sensor for a GM on Amazon, AC Delco. I'm like, everybody, use LC Delco. Okay, I'm gonna buy a LC Delco. I'm gonna buy a good one. So I ordered it and it was black. So I was like, oh, maybe it's because LC Delco is black. LC Delco is black. I never seen the LC Delco one. I had out of someone. Okay, LC Delco is black. So I just put it in the car without testing or nothing, and it goes on the two-step. But as soon as you go let off the trans brake, it doesn't work. The car just shut off. And I literally put it on brand new, and I went to race.
Oh,
The car was ready with the tune-up that I wanted, blah, blah, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I went to race straight over there. I just put a new crank sensor. It was 24 relector. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah, it wasn't really
Yeah.
right.
And it's crazy because the car hooked without a burnout. I wasn't able to do a burnout. It hooked. It was like hooking. I was like right there with you guys. without a fucking burnout. And then it's just like, it shut off. The car just shut off.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it went that far.
But you put a new one in it and made it you bought back in.
Yeah, I bought back in and I made it to the semifinals.
Semifinals.
Yeah, and Psyche beat me by you don't even know if he beat me or not because it was right there. The camera, the finish line camera was too bad.
It was too blurry, yeah.
Too blurry, yeah. You couldn't see it. It's weird, you know what I mean? You can't really tell.
Yeah.
Maybe, because he did fly by me, but we don't know if he fly by me right after or before. Because when you don't have that kind of good camera or those what do you call?
Slow-mo or whatever.
Yeah, slow-mo. You don't really know where is he at and when did he pass me or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough with the finish line.
I know. It's yeah. I mean, they called Limpy called them. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with Limpy. I'm happy I was that close to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna complain. To be that close to him,
Yeah.
it's not.
Psyche's a killer, dude.
It is. I mean, he's fucking legend. I mean, my tuner tells me how fucking badass he is, and my tuner is a badass.
Yeah.
So in this.
And I mean, you've had the car, what you said, less than a year, maybe?
About a year. Yeah.
So that's really good. That's a ton of progress.
And I think that was my second. My second version shitty road event.
Okay.
Cause I just been racing at the plant, which is really good surf and shit like that. So I haven't really been to. That was literally just my second one.
Have you street raced in Cali or Phoenix at all?
In Phoenix, yeah, I went to that race where they fucked us. I don't know if you guys heard about it in Florence. I tried to race there and it's just some controversy, some shit happens. Remember First or Worse?
Were we there?
No, I don't think so.
You guys weren't there, but it's just something that Justin did, a little event on Phoenix,
okay.
mostly for the locals. And me and Beans went all the way out there to Florence to race, and we got late because there was a lot of traffic and we didn't calculate the time right, so we got there late, and they wanted to pair us together the first round. And I was like, how the fuck are you guys gonna pair us together in the first round? Just draw for us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whoever we get, we was just racing last or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
No, they wanted to pair us I'm not gonna. I dragged Beans all the way out there, so I'm not gonna be an asshole and race him or do some stupid shit like that. So I'm just or waste my money or waste my money. Exactly, that's exactly what Beans said. Why are we gonna go over there? We can race over here, you know.
Yeah.
So I said, Beans, you draw all the way out here. You go ahead and race, you know.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so he went and he made a test pass because he was in by himself. He made a test pass and the car was just a little squirrely, but he went A to B. And then the second round, they draw chip for Beans. They didn't even tell us that they were drawing chips.
Wow.
So, and he draw Jason Smith, which is the fastest one on that road that night. And they draw him for first pair of the, first pair.
First pair, second round.
First pair, second round. And Jason Smith jumped. like there was nothing to talk about it. He jumped the red lit it, and then Beans tried to catch him, because he fucking was out. So he tried to catch him, and he just scrambled a little too early, so he got a little squirrely behind Jason, and he went into the other lane, and then went to his lane and went. But he was behind him. So, okay, Beans crossed, but his first is worse, okay? They were trying to say the first or worse. You believe that shit?
Yeah.
So,
First or worse?
yeah, so first or worse, that's stupid, right? So we were just like, we just went back to our trailer. Well, we won, blah, blah, he jumped, whatever, he fucked, it is what it is, So they were back there then, all arguing and shit, I guess, like Richard and Tim, the ones that work with Jason Smith.
Yeah.
I think they're more old school, and I know that rule. Then I heard about it. I had never heard of the rule before,
I've heard of it at the track, but
So and those guys I know I heard they're like bracket racers, and they race a lot of the track and shit like that. So I think they're the ones that were like telling Jason and Justin, hey, this is the rule. Say this is the rule. We are locals, you know what I mean? We're all locals here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to say that this is the rule, because they're late. Fuck them motherfuckers, So, and Justin, I mean, he's a cool guy. He's just like vulnerable, you know what I mean? And he's with all those guys right there, all the fucking Arizona pretty much on top of him, giving him shit. So he was like, oh yeah, man, the rule was first or worse, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck is so first or worse? We never heard of that shit before. Yeah, we said on driver's meeting. Let me show me a video. When you show me a video or driver's meeting that you said that, we're cool with it.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean? This is your rules.
What it is.
There was no video. There was nothing. Nobody said anything. And when then other racers that were there were, cool with me and shit like that. From Arizona, they were like, bro, he never said that shit on the driver's meeting. That's bullshit, you know what I mean? They're just making that shit up.
Damn.
It was hella fucked up. So we almost got in a fight over there and shit, you know what I mean? The only thing, like, it was pretty much me, Beans, and my taxi versus, like, probably, like, I don't know, like 50 people from Arizona right there,
You got local, dude.
Yeah, that's what some people said on internet when I posted. You guys didn't see I made the post first or worse, and then Limpy was talking there. BJ the Flagger, Boosted. Everybody was like, "This is the stupidest shit ever." Everybody was talking about it right there. So Justin kind of felt like he fucked us. He knew he fucked us because I talked to him after that. And it's like, man, he's like in a tough position, you know what I mean? He was in a tough position, and I kind of understand him. You got to stand your ground sometimes. You got to be strong. If you're going to be hosting shootout, you got to put your pants on, and it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? You got to, if you say something, that's what it is. Don't go back there again and let them talk you into something else, you know what I mean?
Don't let them influence.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what's wrong? Because he knew it was wrong. He knew he fucked up. So even being left like fucking pissed off, and I stayed there because I wanted to garage race somebody. Nobody wanted to garage race me. Matt was the only one that wanted to garage race me. Matt with a demon, the purple demon.
Yeah,
But he had to test and that shit, and I made one test pass. I made like a big ass wheelie, and I still went mid-5s on that road. And I think that's how fast Jason Sweet was going. Because that's what they were saying, like so nobody wanted to garage race me. And Vince left so fucking pissed off. I stayed there until the last minute. I think it was like 4 in the morning. I stayed there waiting for Matt. He was like testing until his car broke. I was like, this motherfucker, whatever. Then I got in my shit and we just left. Fuck it. My cousin and Munch were sleeping on those chairs outside. Yeah, it was like nice, a little hot out there, a little warm. It was summer. Middle of summer.
It gets hot out here too, huh?
It gets hot out here too, yeah. So yeah. But yeah, that's the other race we went to that we got fucking local. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
I never heard of it before. But I heard it when that happened. Local.
And you haven't been able to find a race in Cali yet?
No. So let me finish the story. So after that, when I made that post, the only thing I was like, first or worse. Have you ever heard of that? I posted it on my own Facebook. And that shit, blog post blowing up. It blew up. And Jason Smith didn't talk anywhere. He didn't say anything nowhere. Never said anything anywhere. Like, he was just embarrassed. The only one that were like arguing with us was Tim a little bit, Richard, and Andy Holloman. Those were really the only ones that were like kind of arguing, trying to make it seem like it was right. You know what I mean? But in reality, they knew it was wrong. Even Jason knew it was wrong. I think that's why he never said anything, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, Tim and Richard were the one that, told them, influenced into saying that, Shit, we almost had a fire out there and shit. So Justin kind of felt bad, or I don't think he felt bad. I think it was like pressure, like, holy shit, this motherfucker are blowing me up. So he gave money, Vince's money back, and kind of squashed the beef with Vince, and Vince was fucking pissed off all this time. Like, he wanted to catch Jason and beat the fuck out of him. Like, yeah, he was waiting. He was waiting to see Jason in like neutral ground to beat the fuck out of him. Like, Vince don't fuck around. He was a MMA fighter for a long time, and he's just like, yeah, he wanted to beat the fuck out of him. So, and the get down, he apologized. Jason apologized to him, shit, and and the squash, yeah. Yeah, we were cool now.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It's just part of the competition.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason had talked to me. I was like, man, you know what? I don't have a problem with you, but I don't know about Vince and other people, you know what I mean? Like, you got to tell him yourself, Yeah, you cannot tell me. You can tell me to go tell Vince, I told Vince kind of, but Vince said, he needs to tell me. He needs to be a man and tell me, hey, man, I'm if kind of fucked up, we kind of got in a fucked up situation, and it is what it is. So you cannot tell somebody, apologize for you, somebody else, You gotta be a grown man and go yourself, So he did well over there. Well, actually, in the get down, Brand was talking to us. It was like talking about something else, and then he told Vince, hey man, Jason wants to suck your dick. No, Jason wants to apologize, he wants to squash the beef, you guys. So and Vince told him, he needs to tell me, He seems to talk. If he's man enough to come to me and talk about it, we'll squash the beef. I mean, he had already passed a long time, So Vince was already cooling that shit down. It was already more cool down. He was willing to just squash the beef. So we were good after that, and then Vince swore he was never gonna go to Arizona race again. Never. I didn't give a fuck, And I always give shit. I was always giving shit to Justin every time I would see him and say, "Hey, Force or Wars, what's that?" Yeah. So we never really wanted to race in Arizona. Like I was convinced I didn't want to. Like at least for a while. So we went with my cousin's Camaro. We went to race in Pinman, like a little prep event that Chino won. We went to the finals with Chino. Some little event they made. Yeah, we went to the finals with Chino there. With the Camaro, Vince went with us and shit, and we were kind of nervous because I thought I was gonna have to pull out my AK and kill everybody. No, I'm just kidding. No, I thought we were gonna get local again. I swear to God. Like I was like, some of the races within the to the semifinals, final like that. I was like, they were like kind of like they wanted to fuck us, like one way or another. They wanted us to lose or to make an excuse. To make us lose, because they didn't want us to win. Yeah, they were saying, I was like, fuck, I hope these motherfuckers don't do shit, because we do have a lot of people here now with us. Yeah. He's gonna go down, for sure he's gonna go down. And we made it to the finals, everything was cool, it was chill, and it was cool. So, and after that, Vince was more chill, and then I saw Justin at the Chacawala, and he talked to me and shit, and he invited me to the get down. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll go over there and we'll see what's up.
Yeah, that was a good race.
And then Beans or none of my boys wanted to go. None of them. So as time went by, I started talking to them and trying to convince them and talking to them into it,
And
so
won.
Yeah, and Beans won.
Yeah.
Beans won. It's funny because he didn't have he just had finished his car and went to test. We were testing it, and his car was the slowest one out of all of ours. Literally, it was the slowest one. My car was the fastest one. But we all pretty much miscalculated the road compared.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, and it worked out for Beans because he was the slowest one, so it worked out for him because he was like putting the right tune-ups, slower tune-ups, and I was putting the fast tune-ups. So my shit was trying to fucking go fast as fuck when I wasn't supposed to go fast as fuck. I was supposed to go, slow and make it A to B. So, and he had all those tires. He had already old tires, and he made a shitload of test passes on his car to make it fast. So it wouldn't go fast, but it worked out for him because it works. So I had ordered some new the DO5s tires for him, and didn't get here until like a day later. And I told Alex, hey, can you get me some DO5s? Bring me some DO5s. So, but he fucked up and he ordered another set of radios instead of the DO5s. So Vince fucking was like all bummed and pissed off because he had to race with all that CO7s. He was like, fuck, man. It's like, Vince, man, we never thought like he would have made it that far. Like, we thought, oh, he's going to go first round for sure. And it's like, man, whatever happened, if we lose and you keep going, I'll let you borrow my tires, whatever. But he starts. Little do we know that the CO7s actually last way longer than the DO5s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lasts a long time.
Yeah, way longer than the
That's
DO5.
how we know, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, usually, like in the beginning, after like 12, 15 passes, we were like just taking them off and using them. But they actually last more than that, like 20, 25 passes.
Yeah.
You can get out of those tires. Even more. I mean, depends
Yeah, we
what
got
you're
a lot
doing and
of
shit.
ours.
Depends what you're doing, what kind of racing you're doing and shit like that, They last. And yeah, Vince fucking with all those tires, he went rounds and he won the fucking event.
So what do you think of that new tire? You think it works different or do you
Ah,
like it, or no?
garbage, bro.
You don't like it?
I mean, they're good like the first few passes. That's it.
Yeah.
I can tell you what, they're not good for like good roads. I mean, fucking Brenda was out there yesterday, crying and struggling. Car will not go anywhere. On a good road, they don't work.
With
The DO5s, yeah. Yeah, the Coyote guy, struggling too.
Yeah, Jose, he put those DO5s on and they told us
He was struggling too. It wouldn't work. I mean, they work on a virgin road, beautiful. Like on the beginning, like the first few passes, 5, 6 passes, I think, they're pretty good. But after that, shitty.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not, definitely not using them anymore.
So what's your favorite street race or race in general that you've had?
My favorite race,
One that lives rent free.
Yeah.
I like Chagawala.
Yeah. We've never been there.
I like Chagawala, and I definitely want to do more back of the track stuff and like bad service stuff. Surface stuff, yeah. I
Who
kind
was
of.
it against?
Huh?
Like that race?
What?
You have a race?
Oh, an event or a race or a specific race? A specific race? Fuck, it's always with fucking Psyche lately. I race cycling lately in 2 weeks lately, 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Have you beat Psyche?
He always get me. No, he always get me. No. Like the first time I raced him, I knew I was outgunned because in Chagawala, because my converter was like super loose, super loose. So I was taking this motherfucker like to 42 pounds, like 9,000 RPMs. It was super loose. And I knew it was outgunned with him at that point because my car wasn't going as fast as his. And I jumped. I tried to guess a light, and I jumped the light. So I beat him like by 2 cars. But I mean, I jumped the light. And then the second race, I was like, I'm not gonna jump. And then he beat me by half a car in the second race. And then I went to the get down and he beat me by right there, or a bumper, I don't know. Yeah, always with him, man. And I mean, I'm happy that I'm right there with him, because he tells me that he always winning events. I mean, he won the last fucking Chagawala event too.
Yeah, Psyche, he's got his car dialed.
So being close to him right there, it means a lot to me because I think he's like on the edge. I don't think he's getting any faster, honestly. But my car is getting faster, and I'm getting faster. You know what I mean? So for me to be right there with him, you know what I mean? At this point, I'm pretty happy with it because I know eventually my car is just gonna be beating him. You know what I mean?
You've been doing it for a while too.
Oh yeah, fucking decades, literally. He's been racing decades. They told me about him racing out here in PSCA and like track events out here in Las Vegas. I mean, I have stories. I heard stories from him, like crazy stories and shit. He used to have like a nitrous Camaro, like really fast nitrous Camaro and shit. Like no shit that nobody's seen before. He will come out with it and fucking gap everybody and shit.
There's some hitters, dude.
Yeah, he was fucking. Oh, he has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, a lot of testing and
Yeah, and then he has a son that is a fucking fabricator, a badass fabricator too. So
Yeah.
yeah, so he has, his shit figured out.
So what is the setup on the car? You said it's a forced induction 98 millimeter.
Yeah,
And what motor is it?
it's a 5.3.
Okay.
It's a 5.3 LC9 5.3 with a K1 crank, boost line rods, and Summit pistons. Yeah, and I have some. My last time before that Shakawala that I raced him, I was putting my motor back together because I discovered I had to resurface it. You remember I told you guys it was like, so I put it apart. I took it to the machine shop. Everything's. I was putting everything, the whole motor together, and while I was torquing it, one of the heads cracked. One of the heads cracked. A dart head. One of the dart heads cracked. I was like, oh fuck, what do I do now? Okay, so I got this guy, cool guy that I know from Peru. He has like a shop over there, and he told me he just wanted me like help me out and sponsor me some 243 heads. So I was like, oh, cool, man, I appreciate it. I'll take you my head so you put all my parts in those heads. So, and I have, little do I know, there was like some of the springs and shit were like fucked up, were bad. So he put like new springs on and my valves in there and just like cleaned it up a little bit and gave it back to me. And then when I was putting them on, the block cracked.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the thread on the block slipped. Oh no, the where the hole in the block goes, the water jackets are around it, so that part cracked.
Oh, okay. Is it half-inch studded?
No,
No?
I actually bought 625 plus, the H ones, the ARP ones, and they're really good. So because I heard, I guess the half-inch studs one, they weaken it, the block, the little 5.3.
Close to that jacket. That's why I asked you about
Yeah, so they weakened it supposedly, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of people use it, like the Kraken, he uses that half-inch studs. A lot of people use the half-inch studs. My next build will probably be half-inch studs, but I'm going to full fill it, concrete fill it, and just put water to the head. Yeah. So, but yeah, I use those hot studs because they're like equivalent to the half-inch studs. And I bought the Athena high gaskets. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah.
Like a thick ring.
Yeah.
I think I just saw one of Brent's video. I think he uses that too.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
With the same head studs too. I think he uses 625 head studs too.
I was gonna ask you how those have worked out for you because one of our buddies, he put some of those on and his car just kept pushing water. I don't know.
Pushing water?
Yeah, I think he put it on wrong or something. I don't know what he did.
It does do that. I think you're supposed to like my car. I think it does that a little bit. Like you push the water out.
Yeah.
So this is kind of embarrassing what I'm gonna say. But you know what I did?
Backwards.
No. You guys heard of Blue Devil?
Yeah, it's for like head gasket leaks. No.
I do that shit.
You threw that shit in there.
I threw it on my right here on my radiator because it was leaking water out through the head gasket in one little spot.
It's like the
Yeah.
ones you buy from, like,
And that shit gets thick. That shit gets like it goes wherever there's leaks
Yeah,
and like
plugs them
it plugs it hard. It's like it's really hard shit. And it worked out. It's not leaking anymore. It's not leaking anymore. Yeah, you can see actually like a little blue drop right there that's coming
Where
out.
it came out.
Stop. Done. that was before the last Shakawala, like a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't know, whatever. I did that. It was kind of leaking water out. I was like, fuck, I gotta do something.
That's dope that it
Yeah,
worked.
it worked. Yeah, I was doing something.
It worked.
Fuck, I was doing all kinds of shit, bro. I was like spraying. I tried to spray. Because before I saw it, it would leak, but then it would stop leaking, and I put silicone on it, and it kind of stopped it, but then it started doing it again. So I tried, and then it would just keep leaking. So if it's wet, you cannot put anything on it. Nothing's gonna seal it. You know what I mean? It's like fuck. What am I gonna do? So I just thought that was like my last research, my last that I knew I had to do. So I just did it right before Shakawala. A few hours before Shakawala, I did that shit, and it worked. So when the motor gets heated and the shit gets hot in there, it cools down. It gets like hard, I think. So it worked. I mean, it's not leaky anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but so yeah, my boy helped me out with that, and then the block cracked, and then I was like, "Fuck, this is like a day before Chagawala." So that same boy that gave me the heads, he had another LC9 block on his shop. I was like, "Bro, I'll give you this block too. Just go take it to the machine shop, pay for the machine work, and that's it." So I took this block, I took it apart, and I took it to the machine guy. I said, like, just bore it to the same size, whatever, as close as possible, so I can slap my shit in there. So he did it like in less than 24 hours. He did that shit. So I brought everything in here. I slap it back together, and I made it in Chagawala right on time. I made one hit. I made one hit to see everything was good, and I went to Chagawala. But then my converter was kind of loose. But I still went rounds, and the car was pretty fast. I still was going low fives.
Yeah.
Out there, it's just like it was limited because I'm not gonna take the car to 10,000 RPM or 50 pounds. It's just like that. It wasn't worth it. The converter, it was just like sleeping through the converter, like bad. Yeah. So when I got back, my tuner let me borrow one of his converters. He's really knowledgeable with converters and shit. So he had a few converters. He was like, try this one. This one should be good for your setup. And it fucking worked like beautiful.
So what's in it, like a PTC?
It's actually a Pro Torque.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was talking to him today because he wanted to sell it to me, but they're way more expensive. Because he asked me, what do you want to do with the converter? What you trying to do? And because these ones are like super expensive. I was like, I can just spec you one from PTC, which is gonna be cheaper. You know what I mean? Instead of you buying this one, because this one is not bolt together. It's just like a regular shit, but it's expensive, like $2,600. So he just told me just buy a bolt together aluminum lightweight from PTC. It's like $2,000, and I'll spec it even better. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna spec me something much better with it. Yeah, because he was telling, he has a lot of knowledge. Like he's a Ford guy, so he has a lot of Fords, built Fords throughout the years. And these little motors they need to spool up big turbos is similar to this shit too. So he knows what's the sweet spot for them to spool it fast and still have like not be loose. Exactly, yeah. So he knows how to spec them perfectly for that shit, which is good for this because I didn't really need anything to spool this turbo, and I spooled that big ass turbo in that converter in like less than 3 seconds. Yeah. Even to 10 pounds. Turbo. Like I can go to 4,700 RPM, 10 pounds, like in less than 3 seconds. Like fast.
That's good. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's going through your mind as you're pulling up to the line, dude?
What's going through my mind?
Yeah.
Oh man, I just gotta, I don't know.
Don't blow intake.
I honestly, I don't even get nervous. And like I've been racing like street racing so many years that I know a lot of people get like nervous and stuff like that. I'm just like go there to have fun and get it done. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whatever happens, I'm just gonna race the road and make a pass. Cut and make sure I cut the light.
You don't ever worry about the intake?
No, I never think about it, to be honest. Never think about it. I don't even think about the car braking or nothing like that. It's just like stand there, do the burnout, and concentrate in the light, get in the good light, and and race my race. Yeah. A lot of people get nervous and stuff like that, but I just like being street racing like so long that like I don't get nervous. And especially at a track when it's legal, even less. Yeah, like Chagawala or places that are legal. Yeah, when the track is like, you just go in there and do my thing. I'm not nervous at all.
You obviously work on the car.
Like when I'm gonna garage race for a lot of money, I do get a little nervous. Yeah, I do get a little nervous.
What's your?
But I'm not scared of like cops and shit like that. I don't really get nervous with stuff like that. Like I don't give a fuck about that.
What's the most you've ever bet on a garage race?
The most I've ever bet on a garage race, it was like 5,000 or something like that.
Versus what? What was it?
I don't remember right now. Maybe I think there was a UTR with my Cadillac.
Oh shit! Damn. God damn. All right.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, here in Vegas. Yeah.
Did you win?
I won. Yeah. Really windy night.
That's a good night.
Yeah. It was a good night. Yeah. Most of the other races has been like, there's a lot of people don't really garage race for a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a good garage race. I was gonna race Denny's with a GTR for 10 grand, but he just couldn't come over here. Or when I was trying to go over there right now, he said he's gonna take the car to PPC in Utah to get it ready for Texas.
Is that the guy with the silver GT?
Yeah, Silver,
From Cali?
yeah,
Oh,
youngster.
Yeah, the young guy.
Yeah, youngster, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. He's about less than he's less than 20, I think.
Yeah, he's young.
He's less than 20. Yeah, he's younger than 20. Yeah, his boy that used to hang out with him. He's the one that died. He had a GTR too. I was pretty cool with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He used to come out here all the time and race too and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you obviously work on the car yourself and maintenance it and
Yeah.
everything. How do you manage, that and then regular life and everything?
Shit. I do that as much as I can, bro. I mean, most of the time that I'm working, I work like on the summertime on the jet skis, my jet ski business.
Yeah.
That's when I make the real money. You know what I mean? And like winter time, I just chill. So I just like try to do as least as possible so I can hang out with my girl and shit like that. So she works too, so she has a job. So she, she doesn't feel alone all the time. So most of the time on the weekends,
Yeah.
we go out, or anytime during the week. Honestly, we just go out and hang out and do different shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I got a pretty stable life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the time, like, she works at nighttime most of the time. So you guys probably see here on my videos and shit.
Yeah.
I'm here Hello Night late at night and shit, like, So so she works like from 4 to 12 or like 12 to 8. So when she's working, I'm here
Yeah.
working on the shit. So
So is there
Some
any
shit.
spots you would consider like bucket list spots that you haven't raced? at?
yeah, I want to go to Yellow Belly.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
fun.
fun, dude.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I think it's more closer and realistic. I want to go to Anna in Cali.
Which one?
Anna, the Campton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanna go there. That's where I've been trying to go. I mean, I'm trying to go to find a race, and nobody, like, most of the guys out there in Cali, I guess they're like working on the cars and getting it ready, and whoever is ready is not. They don't think they have enough to race my car. Yeah. So, or they don't want to bet real money. They don't only want to bet like $500, something like that. And I'm trying to go race at least for $5 grand, a side.
Yeah.
Just make it worth it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, cause I'm a garage racer. I always like garage racing. I don't really care about events. I only make the events so I can race, and so I can do it for the people too. So people get together and race it like that. Cause nobody fucking garage races for money.
Yeah,
And
a lot of
everybody.
people don't like to grid race,
Most of the people are
especially,
scared.
for that much money.
Yeah. I'm out here. I'll race for $500, whatever, But there's nobody out here either. Most of the other fast guys are my crew. They're my boys, Guys I grew up with since I was fucking little.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Since I got here from Cuba, we always been together, hang out together and
You
shit.
guys have a few cars that you guys all work on together and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's you, the RX-7, right? What's his name?
Jesus,
Okay.
Lucky
And
7.
What about your boy with that yellow fox? Did he sell his?
Yeah, he has a red one now, the new Edge. The one that was in the Get Down.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Used to be Dr. Pepper.
Cletus's brother.
His brother, yeah, car.
Shit.
We changed the name to Michelada now. It's for Mexico, for the streets.
Yeah.
So we changed it to Michelada. It's a track car, now it's a street race car. So now it's called Michelada.
And who else you guys got on your team?
Beans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Beans. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got Beans, and then we got my taxi too.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing his stuff.
Yeah, it's almost done. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice setup.
That's a nice car too.
Yeah, lucky him, he has us that we have a lot of knowledge that we gather throughout this whole year.
Yeah,
So
you
as
guys-
soon as this car comes out, it's gonna be flying.
Yeah.
we're gonna make that motherfucker fly. It's gonna be fast. Yeah, as soon as it comes out. Yeah, and that's it. I think that's it. And we had another boy that had he bought the white Miata, but then he sold it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Somebody who has it now? Because I know it was at the
somewhere, I don't know, Kansas, I think. He sold somebody in Kansas or some shit, or
Yeah.
like far away around there. Yeah, he bought it. He sold it to someone
Yeah,
around
that's
there.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was dope. I mean,
Yeah.
but it just didn't have the the balls to
It's
go
just
as
not-
fast.
yeah.
Like I think it's like nice for like a shitty surface, like no prep shit. But if you're trying to go fast, like in Shakawala or the plant, you just didn't have. I think you just needed a converter, to be honest, because they had a nice setup. That motor is fucking nice. The
Yeah.
turbo was nice. The transmission was nice. That guy, the owner, I
Chase,
guess he has
yeah,
a.
he's our boy.
I guess he has a shop or some shit, and the guy's a fabricator and
Yeah.
shit. Like he stripped that motherfucker to the bone and painted. It was nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful car. He had all sensors and that shit. He had like everything.
Yeah.
Like shit I wish I had in my car. Like a lot of nice stuff.
Well, it went really fast for IRS and is on 26s.
Yeah, he put it on 28. Sergio put it on 28.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He cut it up or
Yeah, he cut that
that
shit up and like do some shit and yeah, and made it like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the car needed a little bit of work. I think we could have made it fast. It's just the shit Sergio didn't want to spend like more money into the car and shit like that. But we could have made it like pretty quick. So he just decided to sell it and say go buy something else later.
Yeah.
Because he just found himself limited,
And
to
the
help.
IRS, I think, is really a big limiting factor, especially nowadays since everyone's
Yeah.
getting so fast.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Exactly,
going to
yeah.
four-lane stuff and all that.
Exactly, yeah. So it was.
Chassis cars and shit.
So I just kept telling him, man, just sell that shit. Just sell it and let's get something else.
Yeah.
Something else. If you wanna be competitive, wanna go rounds and win races, we gotta get something else. Get rid of the motherfucker and let's get something else. So he sold it, but he didn't get nothing else. He got rid of it. He traded it for a Camaro and money on top. And he sold the Camaro, but then he didn't buy anything else.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just like concentrating on other shit right now. So later on. But other than that car, I think that's it. That's yeah, we pretty much got 5 cars.
So you got any sponsors or anybody you'd like to thank for your program?
The sponsors, yeah, my tuner, he always helps me out. Frank G, Racing Solutions,
Okay.
AMP Engines, the guy from Pro Rome that I told you, fucking John. He's pretty cool. He's been always really helping me a lot. FI Tech, they gave me the Intel model for the how I'm being able to install this. I mean, I'm limited and trying to make other races, and they gave me those pretty cool coils. Have you seen the coils? How they light up?
Yeah.
The blue coil? Yeah.
No, I don't think I've seen
Yeah, they light up blue. They have like a little LED. They're like LS3 coils with LEDs, and they work pretty cool. I mean, it tells you if it's working or not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
If they go bad, do they turn a different color?
Yeah, they turn off.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Yeah, they don't work. If they don't work, they go bad. They don't work. It just don't work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jason, my boy, he's the one that helps me with transmission. Louis has a Las Vegas transmission shop out here too. He helps me a lot. And I mean, I don't really have any other sponsors. It's myself and the people that help me always all the time.
The trailer?
Yeah, I'll fucking put something in the trailer. Yeah, my trailer. But yeah, I mean, and all the people that help me, like Kenny, like I said, Kenny Johnson, Billy, Hunter, all those guys, even Alex too, have helped me. I gather I always try to pick everybody's brain. Carlos.
Get all the information you can.
Yeah,
Also,
whoever.
Speaking of that, what is something you would recommend to somebody that's barely getting into prep and small tire street racing?
What I want to really recommend is like most of these other racers that have knowledge to stop being fucking bitches and stingy and help others that are coming into the game too. You know what I mean? Because if you don't get help, you get frustrated, and then you just leave the game. You know what I mean? Because it's really frustrating. I mean, the beginning for me it was somewhat frustrating. I look at I was fucking had to look at a lot of videos and ask a lot of questions. Like it was really frustrating. I mean, because some people just want to hide the knowledge and don't want to.
Yeah, just gatekeeping everything.
Yeah, gatekeeping everything. I mean, and I can't be like that. I gotta help anybody else. All the knowledge that I learn, whoever's asking me anything, I'll tell them and I'll help them because I know the struggle, and they're just being stingy. It's not like a business. It's not like they're stealing your business reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just trying to have more people, especially on the West Coast. We don't have a lot of no prep racers like in the Midwest or the East Coast. Like we need more people to come
It's like
into
you
the
said,
game and help them out. Encourage people. Don't be like, hey, yeah, get a small tire, come race with us, but then don't not help them.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up. So
Yeah, because that's how the sport ends up dying off. Like you said, if someone gets
exactly,
frustrated,
yeah,
they
it's
go.
frustrating. There is a lot of money, man. I don't want to get here because you got to constantly buying different parts, and not, and they're not working, and you have to spend money on different shit. that make it work. Luckily, most of the shit that I, got and done to the car, everything worked. Like the car is, I've been having a lot of struggle with the car, but it always gets faster. Like my car is the fastest one here in Vegas right now. Like nobody has ever gone as fast as I've been. I'm right there with Alex, right there. Yeah, like I'm right there with Alex. Like, me and Alex are probably the fastest guys that have ever gone down the plant. Yeah, yeah. Nobody, not even Nate. Nobody else has gone as fast. Maybe Chase. I think Chase have gone pretty. I don't know exactly, but I think he's gone pretty fast. But 100% me and Alex. Yeah, and pretty fast. And what I mean.
Killers, dude.
Yeah, for a little 5.3 and all steel glass car. Yeah, all steel glass on the motherfucker. 850. Not cert.
No,
It's 850, but not cert. Yeah, he's but not cert. It is. Yeah, that's another reason why I haven't really. I don't want to race in tracks right now. Later on, I do want to race in like tracks like that. But first, I want to get, make this motherfucker a winner on the street, start winning events and shit like that before I go. Start racing on the track, but I still have like a lot of money to spend in the car to be able to make a track league. I need a license, I need a net, I need new seat belts, I need a helmet, like an
updated helmet. Yeah.
Updated helmet. I need a license, like I said, license. I need a switch on the back. My switch is hidden. It's like on the gas cap.
Oh,
you open the gas and it's right there. It's inside. You see, I think it needs to be outside.
Yeah, it has to be exposed.
Yeah. Need to cert the cage. There's a lot of shit that I know if I go to a track, they'll be like, get the fuck out of here. I mean, I went to the back of the track over there in Phoenix, and the guys was like, what the fuck is all this shit? You can't race here? What the fuck? You can race in this place? The tech guy, and then Christine came and told the guy, no, he's a street racer. He's going back of the truck shit. And it's like, oh, okay. The guy didn't want to race. He didn't let me race. Man, come on, man. Get him all the way from Vegas. You're not going to let me race?
They're strict.
Man, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
He didn't want to let me race, but Christine told him. And he's like, he's a street racer. He didn't give a fuck about that shit. Yeah, really strict. Yeah, but I mean, for a little, everybody's surprised for what this car does,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done well, especially for the short time you've had it.
Yeah, for a short time I had it, it's definitely gonna get faster too. I mean, I want to build like another motor, like a better motor, because this is, I don't know how long this shit is gonna last. It's a little 5.3, which I'm not pushing it that much. I mean, compared to what I see in other people pushing them to, like the Kraken, the motherfucker pushes this shit little 5.3 to the limits, Yeah, well, the most I'm using like at the plant is like 40 pounds, and like at 8,000 RPMs, and if I expect a little better converter, maybe I can get it to less RPM and shit like that. Yeah, but I mean, God knows how long it's gonna last, so I'm gonna build me like a 388, a better, a stronger motor and shit like that.
It was pretty high out there,
Huh?
You can rev the 388, it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really thinking to rev it that high. I don't really care about that, but because I can rev this shit to the moon too. But
Yeah.
it's not ideal. It makes power up top. Even at 9,000 RPM, that was making power. Yeah, but I don't wanna do that. I want something between 8,000 and 7,500, somewhere around there. That'll be enough. But I want something that I don't have to like turn the fuck out. Like I don't want to boost in fucking 40 pounds. That's a lot for a motor. We kind of calculated the power to weight, and it's like 1,400 horsepower.
Oh, shit.
The mile per hour I was going to always like 1,400 horsepower.
What does it weigh?
Right now, how I was racing it at the plant, how I was going fast, it was 2,800. Yeah. Race weight, 2,800 with 2,800. Like between 2,800 and 2,850, around there. Yeah, and I put a little bit more weight in the back now, like for after trailer, like shit like that. Yeah. So little bit of weight, like 80 more pounds, And it's like 53% in the back, something like that. Yeah, when I race it at the plant, it's like 52%, something like that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So right now you're trying to fix an injector to make it tomorrow?
Yeah. Trying to fix that stupid injector that's it's not opening. Like if I tap it, it opens. So I'm gonna have to have one of you guys stop it right before I race. Yeah, tap it, motherfucker, tap it. Yeah, if I tap it, it opens up and it works, but like it's not opening up with voltage.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, I put it on the ultrasonic cleaning, see if it fixes it or what I can do. Yeah. Well, the other ones are fine. It's just that one is giving me shit, but I think I can race from 7 cylinders. I think I can do that. I'll try.
Hell yeah.
I just spray nitrous off the line on the 60-foot pocket. So yeah, man, we'll see.
Y'all got anything else?
No.
You sure? Thank you all for watching. Se la lavan.
Hey.